What's going on, y'all? It's Ebenezer. So I made a video yesterday about the Juneteenth thing, and I spoke on how I felt like it was a little racist and inconsiderate for them to make a watermelon salad. And of course, a white guy hops in my comment and says, "Oh, we had it just as hard as black guys." Such an ignorant person. Um, he just doesn't know any better, I guess. I've heard this from white guys before, y'all. And every white guy I hear this from, they pretty much have the same type of characteristics, right? I've never heard this from like a clean cut white guy. You hear this from the white guys who walk around like they're in a hip hop video. The ones who walk around with fitted caps, wife beaters, sagging jeans, they talking like, you know what I mean, like grabbing, like talk like they grabbing their nuts or something. They're not well spoken. These are the white guys that try to say, hey man, we got it just as hard as black guys. Poor little tink tink. You just don't know any better. I guarantee you, I've seen this plenty of times. I could even name names, last names, first names. Where the white guy cleaned himself up, right? Cleaned himself up. Stopped walking around like he was in a hip hop video. Stopped wearing fitted caps. Went and got in shape. Started just carrying himself completely different. Spoke different. Didn't speak like he was a rapper. You know what I mean? Completely changed his characteristics. And he started to come up so fast. So if you're a white guy out there and you're walking around any type of way, you're not dressed casually, you're not dressed nice, you're talking like you crazy, you got tattoos everywhere, of course you're going to get discriminated against, man. If a girl walks outside with some shorts that's got her half her ass hanging out, most people are going to assume that she's a hoochie, she's a whore, you know what I mean? They're gonna stereotype her. So whether you're white or black, if you're walking around in hip hop attire, I don't care if you're white, black, Asian, it doesn't matter. Your clothes are a representation of you. So for the white guy that was in my comments or any white guy that feels this way, try cleaning yourself up and speaking better. I guarantee you'll be able to tap into that white privilege. I'm already well spoken. When I changed how I dress, button ups and loafers and slacks, I still get discriminated against. I still get stopped by the police. I still get followed when I go into a store. I still get stereotyped by women. It's still going to be hard for me to come up at a job. No matter how professional I start carrying myself, it's still if my competition is a white guy, it's still going to be hard for me to get that position over that white guy. And this dude comments and he says, pretty much it's not a black and white thing. He called my video racist, retarded. He said it's not about black and white, it's about rich and poor. Yes, there's a struggle where everyone knows the government tries to keep the poor poor and the rich rich. That's what people say. It's really an excuse. The poor are poor because they think poorly. They make poor decisions. If you spend your day all day smoking weed and drinking and tending to your vices and you're not disciplining yourself, you're going to remain poor. So the government makes it easy for people to stay poor because they make it easy for y'all to tend to your vices. But you can't blame the government. And he gonna say, stop being a victim. You stop being a victim. Stop being a poor victim. If you're poor, it's because you have a poor mentality. You're not disciplined. How much weed do you smoke a day? How much do you drink? What are your habits? What are your vices? Let those go. Let those vices go. Clean yourself up. Start speaking better. Start reading. And see how much your life changes, whether you're white or black. Regardless, it's still going to be harder for a black guy to come up, even if he completely changes his life. I've seen white guys come fresh out of prison with the whole fitted cap, pants sagging, saying the N-word like they black. You better not be one of the white dudes that say the N-word and just call me racist either. You better not be one of the white dudes be like, what's up, my nigga? What's up, my nigga? You better not be one of them. Okay? Let that black guy clean himself up. He's still going to have the same struggles, y'all. Point blank, period. And this dude tried to say, what'd he say? First he said, first he was like, well, it's poor and there's rich. It's not white and black. He was like, black people don't have it harder than white guys, pretty much. And then I was like, you don't have the same struggles as blacks as a white guy. That's what I started my reply off with. Then he came back with, you don't tell me, you don't know my struggles. Do you know what it's like to be black? If I don't know your struggles, you don't know my struggles as a black man. Stupid. Stupid. You know, that's why I don't like people. Take some time and think. What do you have to back up that white people don't have it just as easy as blacks? What evidence do you have? Do you have statistics to support this? Do you have history to support this? Because last time I checked, there's plenty of statistics to prove that blacks have it harder in America. There's plenty of well-documented history to prove that blacks have it harder in America. There's probably one of them white guys that say, nigga isn't racist, it just means ignorant. He's probably one of them stupid white guys that says that. Doesn't even, he bet not be one of the white dudes that say nigga, man. Because if he is, he probably is. These are the type of white guys that you hear saying, we have it just as hard as you guys. No, you don't. You're not black, okay? You're not black. I don't care how much our culture has influenced you, you're not black. You don't have it as hard as us. I'm sorry to break the news to you. You're white at the end of the day. All you have to do is clean yourself up and you'll be able to come up. It really got me frustrated that he would even hop on my comments and say something like this. Or when white guys try to make it seem like their struggle is ours. Were you oppressed? Were you in slavery? What about after we were freed as slaves? Why do you think there is a Juneteenth holiday to celebrate our emancipation? What happened after we were emancipated? They forced us in impoverished areas. They lynched us. They beat us. They raped our women. That's the history of this country. You think that history still isn't leaking over into the present? Huh? You have no idea what it's like to be a black man. So don't comment on it. Just shut up. Maybe do some research first. I hate when people speak out of ignorance. Speak from knowledge. What do you have to back up your claims that white guys have it just as hard as black guys? If you don't have anything to claim, do not enter a debate. If you don't have anything to support what you're saying, shut up.